If this message has reached you today, trust the timing. There's a profound reason why you are hearing these words now, in this very moment. Time, as we know it, can feel like a linear construct, something we move through with urgency, striving toward goals, racing against clocks, and trying to align our desires with moments that seem far off. Yet, when you step back and observe, time is far more than just a sequence of events. It's a living, breathing part of who we are. It's an energy, a rhythm. And when we align ourselves with it, we find that the very timing of things, everything in life, is exactly as it's meant to be. We often get caught in the idea of waiting for the right time. I'll do it when I'm ready, we say, or when the moment is perfect, then I'll act. But what if I told you that the moment is already here, right now? Every single second that passes is filled with infinite potential. And when you allow yourself to open up to the present moment, without the constraints of past expectations or future fears, you begin to see that you are always in the perfect place, at the perfect time. It's not about waiting for something to change or shift for you. It's about changing and shifting with it. We live in a world that tells us we need to hurry, to act quickly, to meet deadlines, to achieve things before time runs out. But what if this approach is precisely what prevents us from stepping into the flow of life, where everything works out in the most incredible and unexpected ways? When we hold tight to time, desperately trying to control it, we actually push against the natural rhythm of the universe. The more we fight, the more resistance we create. Time is not something to be fought. It's something to be trusted, to be embraced, and to be danced with. If you are hearing this now, there is a reason why. Your mind, body, and spirit are in tune with the moment you're living. The thoughts you're thinking, the feelings you're experiencing, the life you are leading, have all brought you to this point. And in this very moment, there is an opportunity for you to step into the greatest version of yourself. The version of you that recognizes that the timing of everything, even what seems like setbacks or challenges, is part of a larger plan. Consider how often you've heard people say, "I wasn't ready then, but I'm ready now," or "the timing wasn't right before, but now it feels aligned." There's truth to these statements. The timing of life is not about waiting for some magical moment to appear. It's about understanding that life is a process, and every experience, every person you meet, every choice you make, is part of the perfect unfolding. We cannot rush or force these things into existence, but we can choose to trust that we are being guided every step of the way. It's easy to get caught up in the idea of what you think you need to achieve. You might feel pressure from others, from society, or from within yourself to be somewhere you're not yet. But all of that pressure is a distortion of the natural flow of things. Trusting the timing of your life means letting go of the need to force progress and instead allowing yourself to grow organically. It means being okay with where you are, not because you've given up on your dreams, but because you understand that growth doesn't happen through resistance. It happens through surrender. Take a moment to reflect on the events in your life that you thought were setbacks or obstacles at the time. Maybe you lost a job, had a relationship end, or faced an unexpected challenge. At the time, it might have felt like things were falling apart, but now, looking back, you can see how those events were the very things that led you to where you are today. You might see now that they served as stepping stones, guiding you to a better place, a higher understanding, or a more authentic version of yourself. The timing of those events was perfect, even though it didn't feel that way in the moment. Everything has a purpose. Every moment of struggle, every moment of joy, every moment of stillness has led you to where you are now. And there is no better time than right now to step into your power, to embrace the potential that is already within you, and to trust that the universe has been working on your behalf, even when you couldn't see it. The timing of your life is not something that happens to you. It's something that is happening with you. You are not just a passive observer in this grand unfolding. You are an active participant, co-creating with the flow of life. The mind can often be our greatest barrier to understanding the true nature of time. We are conditioned to believe that time is finite, that there's a limited amount of it, and that we must use it wisely. This belief, while well-intentioned, creates a sense of urgency and scarcity. It causes us to rush through life, to worry about what we haven't yet achieved, and to push ourselves into constant doing. But time is not something that runs out. It is infinite, and it is abundant. When you let go of the fear of running out of time, you make room for the truth. Time is always on your side. The secret to trusting the timing of your life is learning to be present. When you are truly present, you stop chasing after what's next, and you begin to experience the fullness of right now. You stop rushing, and you start receiving. You start noticing the small miracles that surround you every day. You begin to see that life is not a race, it's a dance. A dance that requires you to move in harmony with the rhythm of your being. The more you trust this rhythm, the more effortlessly you will move through life and flow with everything around you. It's also essential to recognize that trusting the timing doesn't mean being passive. It doesn't mean that you sit back and wait for things to happen to you. It means you take inspired action, but without the force, without the push, without the need for constant striving. It's about knowing when to act and when to be still, when to move forward and when to let go. Trusting the timing means knowing that your actions will align with the natural flow of life, without the need to micromanage every outcome. You are an active participant in this process, but you are not the one controlling the flow. The most powerful thing you can do in this moment is to release the pressure of timing altogether. Trust that the universe is always guiding you to exactly where you need to be. Trust that the timing of everything that is happening in your life is perfect, even when it feels uncomfortable. And trust that the path you are on is leading you to the best version of yourself, even if you can't always see it in the moment. If this message has reached you today, there is a reason. The universe is speaking to you now. It is asking you to trust the timing of your life, to stop resisting and start flowing with it. The journey you are on is uniquely yours. No one else can walk it for you, and no one else can dictate when the right time is for you. Your soul knows the perfect timing of your life. Your heart, your body, and your spirit are all aligned with the perfect unfolding of your personal story. And when you trust this timing, you tap into an extraordinary power within you, a power that allows you to create, to manifest, and to live in a state of abundance, joy, and peace. This moment is a gift. It is an opportunity to let go of the past, to release the future, and to trust that the timing of your life is unfolding perfectly. You are not behind. You are not ahead. You are right where you need to be, exactly as you are. When you trust the timing of your life, you begin to experience the magic of the present moment. You begin to see that everything you've ever needed has already been provided for you, right here, right now. It's not about waiting for the right time. It's about recognizing that the right time is always now. When you trust the timing of your life, you stop worrying about what comes next. You stop measuring yourself against others. You stop judging your progress, your pace, or your journey. And you begin to realize that everything is unfolding exactly as it should. You are exactly where you need to be. The timing is perfect, always. And when you trust this, when you allow yourself to flow with life, instead of forcing it, you open the door to infinite possibilities, to joy, and to a life that is richer and more meaningful than you ever could have imagined. You are not in a race. You are in a beautiful, unfolding journey. Trust the timing. It's always on your side.